Hey, Wannabe Gamer here with the Top War update. Today we're going to be talking about some of the class changes that they've finally announced. They are doing a huge rework on it. We're also going to talk about a feature they've added, a feature they're testing, and at the end of the video, I'll have a new gift code for y'all. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Now, for those who don't know, the classes, at lower levels you get access to two classes. There's Combat Elite and Mechanical Master. But once you complete those trees, you get access to a whole new tree. So Combat Elite can turn into Grand Marshal or Tactical Master, where Mechanical Master can turn into Legendary Craftsmen and Scientists. Now, Grand Marshal was wildly overpowered, so they decided to do a rework on it. Grand Marshal originally was able to have 3 heroes, which gave you access to 2 additional march increases, more perks, more stats, all those hero abilities, and it just, none of the other classes could really come up to it. Tactical Master was okay, but Legendary Craftsmen and Scientists were just basically left in the dust as kind of the joke. You're just here to help our alliance gather resources faster, for the most part. But they finally announced the rework, and let's go ahead and hop into it. The biggest change would be all classes are now going to have access to 3 heroes, and I think that would be, of course, the biggest change. It looks like they couldn't find a way to balance one of them having 3 heroes, so they just decided to give everybody 3 heroes, and instead, all the classes are going to focus on a different portion of the game. The first one, Grand Marshal, is still focused on heroes. What they're going to do is that one of the things they're going to do, at least, is going to increase the war and defense stats of your heroes. Now, the war and defense stats are what dictate how strong your hero's default ability is. So, for example, at the bottom 5-star max, you can see what his theoretical max is for his abilities, but you'll be able to push this over the max with Grand Marshal. I've been able to push it just a little bit by some decorations that I have in my base that have been able to get me to push it, but Grand Marshal seems like it's going to do a much better job of pushing those even higher. And it's also going to add some extra skill slots. It says there will be 6 in total, but it only says it's adding 1, so I don't know if it's counting this top default skill as a skill slot, but they're going to add more places so you can add march sizes, attack increase, crit, whatever you decide to add. You're going to have extra spaces for it. And it's also going to make your perks, so once you get 5 stars and unlock perks, you'll be able to make these even stronger with Grand Marshal. Now, the Tactical Master is less focused on the heroes and more focused on the units themselves. It talks a lot about formations, stronger formations, so it looks like this is going to be adding a lot of things that are attack increases, HP increases. It says it's going to be able to customize your formation, and it seems like it's talking about this, but they don't go into great detail about what exactly they're going to be able to do. But this class is about trying to make your units match Valhalla units just through sheer strength by making elite units and things of that nature. Now, Legendary Craftsmen, as it sounds, they're a craftsman. They're going to be focused a lot on equipment. And now it says they're going to be adding equipment sets. So all this equipment adds bonuses to your units, but they're going to make equipment sets that add additional bonuses and just make them make better equipment. So that's very interesting. This tree is going to be very helpful for the Legendary Craftsmen. And also, you're going to be able to make buildings, so you're going to be able to make towers of weakening. Apparently, they've been testing that out, and they made them too strong, so they're going to nerf them a little bit. But you'll be able to make weakening towers, shield towers, healing towers. So this is all about making buildings and making equipment as you would expect from a Legendary Craftsman. And then the last one is the Scientist. Now, the Scientist is largely focused on components. Not that tree. This one. They're focused on components, that they're going to be adding more attributes. They're going to add additional component slots. Also, the elemental attributes appear to have an effect on your components, so it's going to increase it. But it says specifically it will not increase rate of fire. So you can't go Scientist and somehow get a better rate of fire and just obliterate everybody. So they thought about that one ahead, but the Scientist is all based on the components and the elemental research. So that's all I have about. That's all they've at least released about the classes. I'm very excited for this update to come out. I wonder how they're going to do it, because as you saw, I've already started upgrading this. So am I just going to have 2 out of 5 of the first thing when they change Tactical Master? I don't know how they're going to do it, if they're going to give people like free class changes. I can't wait to see what they do, but this update should be coming anywhere between now and June, because they said these classes were coming out in the second quarter of this year. And the second quarter ends, I believe, in June. So this should be something that's coming out very soon. Next, there's a couple features. One they've added, one they've tested that I'm very excited about. One of the ones they're testing right now is the Supermine. So if you go into your Alliance, go to Territories, you have all these different tabs up here. Alliance Defense, Alliance Fortress. But if you try to click on Supermine, it says coming soon. So this is a feature that they've announced they're testing in some of the servers, so I'm very excited to see what they do with this. Any new activity they add to the game is great, so I'm not just staring at my phone for hours hoping the next activity finally drops. So I can't wait to see what they do with that. But one feature they did actually add is during the server versus server event, they've added an emergency repair facility. Now, they haven't gone into great detail about what it is, and I haven't been able to see the SVS since the update, but what it sounds like is you're going to get a bigger repair facility or a second repair facility during the server versus server, because I'm sure many of you understand the top guy from the other server just came over and nuked everybody. Our server had it, the server we played against had it, everybody got nuked, and it was just frustrating to lose so many units or to bubble and just not participate in the event. So it looks like they're going to try and mitigate some of the damage you take by not having your units degrade, or at least more of them not degrading, by giving you a bigger repair facility to be able to work with during the SVS. So I'm very excited about that. And lastly, like I said, the gift code. The gift code they've added is MOB2021, all lowercase. That's Mary Oscar Bravo 2021. It gives you 10 gold chests, 10 plus 10 VIT canisters, and 10 plus 1 unit tickets. So not a bad gift code, especially only a week after we got the last one. That's all I have today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you guys so much. All the comments and subscribes have really been making my day, so I can't wait to see our community grow. And as always, have a fantastic day.